Hey everyone, Dr. Vince Leone here, and this is Dr. Vince Presents, episode 1. And so this is a super broad-based DC's cheat sheet to digital marketing and digital advertising. So we're not going to cover any of the traditional platforms on this. Just going to stick with all digital. And this is a quick reference guide. It's by no means exhaustive, but, a 30,000 foot view from a chiropractor's perspective, who is, still in practice as I am. And, I'm a consultant as well, but I provide these services and I utilize many of these options that we're going to discuss. So, let's first differentiate and identify what we're talking about here. So digital marketing versus advertising. Now, if we even go one step back from this, so what is marketing versus selling versus advertising? So marketing is really designed to reach out to a target prospect, get them to raise their hand, educate them about your service and about yourself. And then selling is really, what you do, knee to knee, face to face, that type of thing. So that's the difference between, kind of marketing and selling. Now, advertising is really, let's go into digital marketing first and we'll get into advertising. So, marketing is going to be your posts on the various platforms, right? It can be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, Snapchat, Google+. Now, we're not talking running ads here. We're talking a Facebook post on like the green veggies we should be eating, Instagram pics of our office, a YouTube video about frequently asked questions about neck pain or car accidents. And they're really primarily designed to inform, right? So we're not getting someone to raise their hand at this point. Now, it can lead to that, but really we want to educate them and get them to be comfortable with us, kind of get them to know us. Now, in my opinion, the best platforms, though, for a chiropractor are Facebook and YouTube. And I say that for a few reasons, right? So we have a day job, i.e. we treat patients all day. So it's difficult to really become an expert, certainly at all of the social media platforms. And really, our typical ideal patient lives on Facebook, right? They're on that thing at work, on their phone at line at Starbucks. They're just on it all day long. So we want to be there in some capacity, right? Now, YouTube is really great for long-form content delivery, right? Where we can really explain what we do so prospective patients can get to know, like, and trust us. Platforms like Snapchat, those demographics are just way too young for us. That's like, teens and early 20, millennials, typically not going to be going to a chiropractor. And then Google Plus, I don't know. I don't feel like I feel like it's underutilized, across the board, both by people using it and by people actually looking at it. Every time I look at a chiropractor's Google Plus, it's just, essentially a repost of all their Facebook stuff. And then Twitter, tough to build a big audience when you're so narrow in terms of what we offer. And you need to be on that thing a ton. Like, you need to be posting 10 to 20 times a day just to get any type of traction. And who has time for that, right? I have 2,900 Twitter followers. I've been on that thing forever, and very little response from that. And then Pinterest, I don't know. It's not that interesting to me. Like I said, we have two great platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and sometimes we just, we need to focus on that so that we can get really good at just a couple things and, not try to spread ourselves too thin. So fish where the fish are, that's where our patients are. Long form is for more education based, right, to really get in there. And it has great demographics, and what you focus on grows. So if we just put in time and energy, and look, with Facebook, you need to obviously know your way around your fan page. You need to create posts that create engagement, that's actually interesting to people, not something that they just go, oh, and then just like keep skimming. The whole thought is like, you got to stop the thumb, right? So if you just picture someone in line at Starbucks and they are, phone in one hand, they're on Facebook and they're just skimming their feed. It's like, you got to stop the thumb. So what are you going to put on there that's going to stop the thumb, right? That's why images are 80% in terms of response on an ad, because that's words are rarely going to stop the thumb, quote unquote. Images will. Okay. So in terms of digital advertising, so these are the advertisements on those different platforms, and they're obviously designed to create a response or a call. We want to pay Facebook or YouTube, run an ad, reach more people outside of our typical audience that follows us, and overall just extend our reach to more and more prospective patients. Now, hold on one second here. So there are different skill sets for different jobs and different learning curves. So, if you're good at creating Facebook posts that create engagement, gets more likes and all that type of stuff, that's a way different skill than being able to write copy for an ad that's going to get a prospective patient, with say neck pain, to raise their hand and tell you they want to be contacted. And it can get expensive in a hurry in terms of Facebook, right? Because even if you are at $20 a day, that's $600 for the month if you're going to, and you need to test this stuff, right? It adds up is the point. Now, if your case fee is is a healthy case fee, then it will work out in the long run if you get good at it. And look, sometimes it pays to get an expert. It depends on where you're at, right? So in terms of my recommendations, it depends how busy you are. If you have the time, right? And frankly, most of us do. Most chiropractors do. They tend to have more time than money. I mean, the majority of chiropractors are making between $10,000 and $20,000 a month. So that's not a very busy schedule. So you're going to have time. And what I would say is learn Facebook advertising. I would, you'd be happy for you to hire me and we can get it taken care of. But if you learn this skill, that is going to be something that will serve you long term, and you're going to be able to just generate patients on demand. And once you have the ability to essentially learn how to turn advertising into profit, in other words, based on your experience and stats that, well, I can spend $500, it's going to generate 10, 20 leads, say 15 come into the office, and then you convert 7. And say your case fee is $7,000. Well, shoot, I'll spend $500 to get $7,000 all day, every day. So, but that takes time. But that's what I'd be recommending. Instead of maybe going out and hiring someone to do this, and because you're going to pay for your ads, and then you're going to pay a minimum of $500 to $1,000 for the actual work being done, right? So your ads are $500, and then maybe another $500 to $700 for the people's for hiring an outsider to do it, or a freelancer, whatever. You're at $1,000, $1,200, $1,500. Again, it may make sense if you're time-wise, you have less time than money. That would make sense. If you have more time than money, then I think that would be a skill set that will really serve you long term, and then you can save some money in that, and then you can also, like I said, be able to just generate money. You generate new patients, new revenue for your practice, and then that's a very good place to be. One book on this that I'd recommend, it's called The Ultimate Guide to Facebook Advertising. Keith Krantz is the kind of main guy behind that. He also has a website called Dominate Web Media, and it's like he has a Facebook Ads University, and it's like cheap. It's like $50 a month, and you just learn it, and within 60 days you will know your way around, the back end of the advertising platform. and which is just at business.facebook.com. If you haven't set it up already, you can go there and get an account set up. And by the way, if I was thinking about putting together, quick video series of, okay, this is setting up your Facebook advertising account. This is running an ad, and these are some results and that type of thing. If that would be interesting to you, let me know in the comments, and I will start to work on that. Okay, so that's it for this week, episode 1. Let's go quickly into what I am reading these days. I pulled out a classic here. It is, if you recall this one, The E-Myth Revisited. Why most small businesses don't work and what to do about it. So, this is kind of one of the classics on small business, like the whole work on your business versus in it came from this. And it's good information. I mean, Gerber is one of the top guys to go for small businesses. So it's very basic information, but at the same time, it's still good information. And then I'm also reading Anything You Want by Derek Sivers. So this guy, interesting. He started a company called CD Baby, and then sold it for a bunch of money, and now he's like, I don't know, basket weaving in Uganda. Who knows? It's something crazy. I mean, this guy's a trip. Now, he also does some consulting. But the book is really about, designing your life exactly how you want it, not playing by traditional rules, blah, blah, blah. So it's good, and it's short, so it's a super easy read. That would be something to check out. I would recommend both of those books, actually. Okay, so now if you want to get in contact with me, you can always shoot me an email at drvince@drvinceleone.com, and or you can reach me on the web at drvinceleone.com. You can sign up for the first 3 chapters of my new book coming out in the fall. That'll give you a few ways to start making more money in your practice. But that is it for me and this week. So I really appreciate you tuning in. I wish you all the best in practice, and I will see you next week. Take care.